Welcome, guys. April Fools. I hope you didn't get fooled by anyone, and at least not by the charts itself, because there is no need for it. Still, same thing like it's been for weeks, right? So, going by VIX, we are still up trading. Not much changing over there. We are rejecting from the highs of the 30-ish, and we got into the point of interest of 25-ish. We had the stop, and now we are still continuing. We could fill quite lower into the 20-ish. Getting back at 17 will be great, of course, right? That's what we kind of aim for. That would be really awesome for the market to turn around. But then make sure you understand as well, getting back over here still, and that said, we are in the uptrend just to get a higher up or even into the highs of 37. So be aware, right? The only thing that matters over here in high time frame charts on VIX, we need to get below 17. That's the only area that you need to get, right? That's the whole point of control of this whole move so far. Half of the move already, right? If you get there, then at least we can deal with all of this. So yeah, so far it's a retracement, it's a pullback into the lows. See if we're gonna break something or hold, right? That's the most important on it. 60, same thing. We did pop the high. So yeah, technically this is still uptrending till we're not gonna lose 99.1. As I've been mentioning as well, that's the whole hold of the support right now. That was the area that sent you higher up into the 100 area for creation of the new higher high. That said, it was the regain of all of the shenanigans that we've been dealing with since last year, May. Almost a year, right? Time frame that we've been dealing with. So be aware that's high is quite important, right? Rejection of that is gonna be when we're gonna fail at 99 and gonna get lower, because then we start to break the whole up movement structure that we've been building on. So that's quite crucial area right now for Dixie, right? We technically wanted to get lower, but still not really a big sign of it that what's gonna happening. This is still much more uptrending than downtrending or breaks to the lows. So just be aware of that, okay? Total market, really nice hold of the support so far, as we mentioned on Sunday. We didn't break the low, so that's good. We are still up right now, uptrending on low time frame. But to change all of this into the high time frame structure and break or something, we need to reach at least 725 billion. So we still have some things to deal with to go upwards, right? Because this could still potentially be price. The whole channel that we are sticking with and gonna be dealing with, right? Till the bear market or the full low of the bear market or whatsoever, right? This still could be potential continuation to the downside. It's just a small bounce what we're having right now. Nothing major that we are changing yet. That's going to be only set when we're going to reach the 729. So still far away, and till then, that's just still uptrending, right? Momentum, what we are in. So be aware of that, right? Crucial to hold on 695. So right now, yes, that's the area that we are holding, but that area has been already twice testing quite heavily. We have that double bottom wick formation over here, so that's been already quite heavily pushed and hold. The third time to charm, I'm skeptical that it's gonna hold, right? So be aware of that. So that's something to definitely look out for. Gold, yeah, have a really nice push, and together with silver as well. But overall, we still aiming to get the underside retest of 5K. Right, that's the area that we are technically aiming for, just because we are in this whole broken structure. Right, this is whole losing the lows, setting a new low, and then losing it again on the structure. So that's quite crucial, right? We did settle on the wick, and we broke technically the previous low. That's this already with this candle. That's on the daily. That's heavy. So overall, this is still looking to underside retest, and then or continuation, or it's gonna be going into the sideways formation for a while. Right, so be aware of that. Yes, good moves, right? And they are quite big, and You catch something on low time frame, then that's great, but make sure you know where are the limits for it, right? Not something that's gonna last quite easy through this structure, because we've been dealing with the high twice already. So the third time we are quite lower. We did broke the structure, and we are aiming for the underside retail. Same thing on silver, but the moves are quite smaller, right? So if you considering the high that we need to break out from, it's 89. So yeah, that's the first high that you need to deal with, and then you're gonna aim for the rest. But then still, the major resistance with silver is still over here. So yeah, that didn't been dealt with. Right? Comparing to gold, we've been there, so that's been already tested. So the only high that matters, it's technically above the 5K, and over here we're dealing with the 87-ish. Sorry, 89-ish. So yeah, something to remember. Right, still, this is still downtrending, same as gold. Right, been breaking the structure quite heavily. The good part of it is that yes, we broke the structure with the low of 23rd March, but then we've been holding it with the next higher low, right? Gold did break that. So on gold, that was a quite major break of structure, local structure that we've been in, right? And then with silver, we are holding it. So technically, there is one +1 for silver for that kind of potential. Let's see how silver is going to be deal with, right? Because silver have a quite a small resistance at 81, and then it's going to reach the 87. So let's see, right? But potentially overall high time frame. This is in broken structure. Um, let's see on dominance. Not much changing yet, right? This is same thing like the rest of the charts. Still in this whole broken channel, right? We did settle a low. Yes, we are breaking the structure on it. So to regain anything, at least we need to get like definitely about the 59.0 or 59.3, right? That one definitely is gonna start to change some things if we start to hold on the lows, right? So let's see how that's gonna be. But I mean, overall, we do want this to go right as low as possible, just for everything else to, right, we know, to move in the up direction. But if that's going to be the case, then this need to break quite significant. And we've been dealing with the 58.5 for a while. That's from the November low that we settled. So that kind of range, like we have been breaking the lows, but fortunately the dominance start to pick every single time when we get there. So we need some major moves on it for any significant big pumps or major changing structure price action. So yeah, let's have a look on the daily overview on Bitcoin. So we are getting close to 70K, and that's the area that is quite crucial for Bitcoin, because not only is the high that we technically, the underside retest and the high of 60 and 71.5, that's the area that we seriously need to regain for even thinking about it, get back at 74 or even in the area of the 77-ish that I've been quite aiming for a while. That's the wrong one. So yeah, that's the first resistance. With below that, we start to get the all aggregated core trend of 150 axis liquidity, but quite crucial as well for it to have the continuation, right? Because like all like with the rest, we are still in this whole channel into the downside, right? That's weird that I'm starting seeing those shitty channels, but they work and they do their job, right? And price could push lower even. Like that's all settled till we're not gonna regain the 71.8, right? That regain could potentially change the whole perspective and movement into the highs of 77 or maybe even higher, right? So yeah, that's still downtrending, but close to maybe and hopefully regain something. Let's see. But we see a capital flow index quite hard pick up from it, and we are starting to get already in 30% with half of the move. So getting into the 60% and starting to get into resistance, yeah, potentially we might do the another sweep of the lows. But sweeping the low, not much to hold us anymore to the left side and everything has been tested, that means we could go quite heavily, right? The good part is that the oscillators start to cool off or close by because it's still around this 30% of the movement to the downside, right? We really wanted to have it like around the 10 or 20-ish, right? As low as possible, but still, yeah, there is some cool off momentum into it. On top of that, cash flow didn't change yet. We are still in a negative with a small reverse sign, but that still didn't change the whole inflow of the cash flow. So we are potentially still, and with every single move into the high, same thing, when we're going to get back at 70% or 70K, we're going to see still the push of cash flow into the negative when they start to sell, right? Spots and all of the other assets. So yeah, that's potentially the whole case about it. And then we're going to be still in this whole continuation momentum of this channel. So yeah, not much going to change eventually. Overall, capital flow overview, Nasdaq and SPX had a really nice pop, and that's good sign. That means the VIX went quite significant. We was 66% into the 22. That's good, but DIXY still stays stable, so we are still a little bit more into the dollar sign. And PEX and silver went sideways. So yeah, nice push of the NDX on the overall market, but crypto is still down. So you know where the money went, right? So it's always first on Nasdaq's SPX and most of the spot or stocks tokens. They are getting the inflow first, and then crypto follow up on that one. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting to see. Daily, it's fun to see the change as well, because that went quite right significant heavy. You can see already VIX minus 40%. That means watch out for any kind of again reversal and doing flip-flopping this significant, because like we've been mentioning as well, beginning of the week, it is a volatile week, right? We all see as well all of those numbers coming in, and they are coming in hot. So be aware, the volatility will be here for next couple days and at least couple weeks, right? So be aware. And help me remind me, or if someone knows, Monday, is it is the market close, New York? Because it's Easter, right? Like the Sunday is Easter, but the Easter is always in 2 days, right? So I'm not sure if US is closed on Monday. Because if so, then yeah, you're gonna have a long weekend, and it might go sideways a little bit from that, right? Maybe they're waiting for that. I'm not sure if the market is closed on Monday. I will need to double check when New York market are open. Okay, so then it's good. So then it's all okay, normal then. Cool. Thanks, Des. Thanks for the info. Oh, there you have it. Close on Friday. Good Friday, yeah. See? Then yeah, we gonna have that was the thing that I was thinking about. Yeah, the Good Friday, yeah, in 2 days. Yeah. So we will have the long weekend close. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking about. Yeah, sorry. I was confused about Monday. But yeah, nice. Yeah, that's gonna be a long weekend. Yeah, that's exactly European market close. I know that because in Poland we have the long weekend for it as well, and there's like a second Eastern day that we celebrate. So I knew that, but I didn't remember if the New York's gonna be closed as well. And the Good Friday, I was thinking about it. But yeah, so there it is, right? So you have the New York Open. That's gonna be not open, but it's gonna be a long weekend for them. And then for the Europeans, it's gonna be on Monday as well. So extremely long weekend with closed markets, and it's gonna be a little bit more sideways of that. And yeah, watch out. They might do some sketchy things as well to catch some traders off guard with that, and maybe trap some more liquidity into the market. So let's see how that's gonna be. But make sure that you are guys aware about that and watch it, right? And is he? Is he speaking tomorrow as well? God damn it, it's gonna be a long week right before the long weekend. God damn it, that's gonna be fucking volatile. Anyhow, before I'm going to move on Bitcoin, I want to mention this because I've been mentioning that yesterday as well. So for the continuation, we did got into the big order block over here with the orders. Most of them got pulled, like, yeah, obviously, but that was still the magnet, right? So this is still continuation into upwards because we are setting higher highs after higher highs. We don't break any lows on it, right? So yeah, we are close to regain of 69-ish. That's a quite major regain because that hip is still keeping us lower. Now, if you look at the orders above us, they are stacking much more thicker and appealing together, and that's going to be the case because we are moving towards those orders, right? So even if they're going to pull it or not, I don't care, till we're going to structure-wise close everything above this whole hip over here, because that hip is the resistance that we are holding us back, right? So yeah, this is still continuation, like we've been talking about it yesterday. Not much coming below, so those orders are just there as a support orders for the price movement. But you can see clearly that this is quite nice and decent money magnet, right? So yeah, doing this all the way into the like highs of maybe 7k, 70k, sorry, right? And then do the bigger retracement of pullback. At least that will be a decent one, right? So be aware, you look out for those one, or if you want to use the MMT as well, I will pull that as well sooner or later. I'm working on the setup on it, but I'm a bit busy lately. Anyhow, move on. Bitcoin, like I've been mentioning, we are grinding upwards, and we did settle a higher high above the 67.7. Like the two lines that I mentioned yesterday that are the most important and crucial for any kind of direction of the trading are 67.7 and breaking the low of 66.0, right? That low, if you break that or close anything below that, it's wrecked. It's Nuketown happiness. But so far, regaining the high, and that was the high that we needed to settle, it's continuation. And now we open up the Q2, April, and even daily open quite high into the 68.3. This is it. With the small retest, and yes, 4-hour, hit the retest of the daily April and Q4. But that's only 4-hour. High time frame, we are not even there yet to retest. But maybe on the next daily open, right? Open up somewhere in here, come back at it, test it, and then you're gonna move higher up, then yes, that level start to get often tested on the high time frame, right? That's on the daily, not on the monthly, right? But that's a high time frame yet. We are not there yet because till the next month now it's gonna be open up, and it's gonna test the previous low or the high of it. Depends how we're gonna open up, and that's gonna be the highest time frame, and that's gonna be tested. But yeah, 4-hour did it. Daily not yet, but it could do sooner or later, and then you aim for the next ones. So far, this is the main level and the most important level, except the weekly open right now, what we have, but that weekly open been already tested on the daily. This is the main level for the price to hold. If we're gonna hold on that, that means we will carry on eventually in the up trending structure, and we might break something. We're gonna come back at it. That could and will potentially work as a big support and a bounce for, hopefully, let's see if that's going to be happening, to reach the February, because that's still the main level and main resistance area, right? The February level that opened up at February, that dumped us quite significant into the lows of 59, right? It's still holding us down. This whole sideways move, right? It's been holding by this one level that opened up, that February dump. We didn't even reach that level to test it or even regain it, right? So that's the resistance I'm aiming. That's why I'm aiming for any kind of movement into the area of 77 or even a little bit more higher for potentially bigger move into the lows. Why? Same thing what we did over here. Exact the same thing. And technically it was the May. We went a little more above that, right? It was a quite run higher up into the highs of this hip, and we technically regained that somehow. But yeah, after that, it's been lost. At that May level, that was the whole RSI flip as well. Because from here, you open up, you went all of the way into the highs, right? You drop below, and then you did this. So this is your whole RSI level. I love my straight lines. I know it's okay. I know I don't have Parkinson. But same thing could happen over here with February, right? That it could hold us through all the way of the bear market into the lows, right? If we're not going to regain that, that's going to be the level for the next cycle to properly regain and flip it, right? To go higher. But yeah, watch it, right? Those are the main high time frame levels. That means the April and the February. Everything in between, great. Everything below, I mean, still great. It depends how you look at it, but yeah, it happens. But yeah, main thing is to regain 71.4 for any kind of uptrending or structure break, right? Because we need that break because we are in the channel right now. Break that, come back, hold that, and you start to do what? Change of character, right? Like that. Right? That I hope that makes sense, right? To some people or most people. It's easy as that actually. But yeah, overall, great stuff. Really good hold, really good rebounds. Right now, like even getting above. Oh, we did close 4 hour really good. Actually, above the sneaky close above the 68.8. That's great. Right, so you already regaining this hip. Right, so now you are moving into the underside retest of 4 hour, right? And that's the underside retest of 77. Sorry, 70.7, right? Yeah, good stuff. But this is your resistance. And I guess you will agree on that one as well. It can be broken. Would be nice to push a little bit more higher, but yeah, great stuff so far. Let's have a look what the rest of the indicators are saying. Going. Oh fuck! Did I? I think I forgot to stream. God damn it! I did join the bot, but I forgot to stream. Okay, I'm gonna upload the video anyway. Really nice block of support with the band below us, so that's already good. And then there we have it, right? Where's the resistance? For the block over there, we getting back close into the whole band situation, but it's quite thin, right? So it's fading out. You can see it, so it starts to get thin, so we could push us a little bit more higher up. So yeah, that's as well something to think about it. And I bet you there is a little bit more liquidity above it as well. Yeah, there it is. 150 axis, really nice. And start to get thin around the 70k. So yeah, could potentially be rebounds to the lows or any kind of support when we find into it. And then yeah, we have a little bit more bigger pocket above it, right? So we could potentially blast through it, but then we regain the whole structure and we're getting into highs. Perfect. Right? That would be right, one of the best scenarios if you're gonna get, if you're gonna blast through and get at least 74-ish underside retest. That would be great for a pullback, right? That will be welcome. Right, let's see. So far, great stuff. We are holding. This price action is a little bit iffy, right? It's not something natural or like good price action if you ask me, but still it performs and it does what it needs to, right? We need to regain and hold stuff. That's the only thing and main thing what we need to do. So yeah, great stuff so far. Before I'm gonna move on, let me have a look in the chat if you have any questions. Speaking close. Oh, nice COC. Yeah, yeah, I agree. God damn it, the sun is like, I can see half of the screen because of the sun. Open up my window and everything because it's so sunny. I love it, but it's like literally into my face shining. Anyhow. Moving on. Hype. Yeah, hype does. It likes to do the sneaky things, right? So for hype, it did break freaking high time frame low. So it did close below it, but yeah, unfortunately, we kind of regained that, but it's still not something sustainable and something correct yet. Why? Because for the high time frame, what you need to break and regain is definitely the weekly open, right? That's the 37.9, or at least the high of 38.4. That regain of that middle of this range will set and reverse all of this what you did with it. I attempt to fail quite heavily into the lows and then regain and then blast off, right? That's, yeah, it's known for, but still we need to be cautious about it, right? It does hold on the daily in April and Q2. Yeah, that level is really good flip of it. It's been retested twice already, but we need to regain the high time frame. That means that the weekly open, right? That level need to be regained for anything potential to go higher up. And technically I'm aiming to get first at 39.2, but I don't decide retest and maybe go a little bit more sideways or settle a proper higher low on the high time frame, means on the daily. So yeah, those are still testing both ways on the daily ones, those two candles. So it's not something sustainable, but it's potential for turning up and going a little more higher. Yes, it does. And hype tend to have a little bit more better liquidity formation, right? So it's quite heavy, nice and thick, well, with some gaps in between. So that's why we reach this gap, then we could potentially see any kind of, like, hopefully not, but it could be one more or even a hold of support, right? Let's see. So far, this is still downtrending just because we broke the high time frame low, slowly regaining it on low time frame, weirdly enough. But yeah, it's still good. Now, Injective and AVAX are gonna be quite similar, but AVAX have a little bit more better run up on it. Still holding really nice, and to be honest with you, this is kind of like a V bottom, right? It's not a perfect one, but it kind of forms it into it. So it's a really good one. Holding on the daily open, really nice. Now we need to regain this whole RSI flip, and for most of the coins, the weekly is, or the previous weekly is, the whole RSI flip, right? Because yeah, we've been trending upwards from it. We went from below it, but now we're retesting it twice. We need to break out from it, right? To go even higher up into the March level, or at least at the highs of the previous swing. Right? That's the whole key point of it right now. Same thing counts for AVAX, right? Same thing. The loss of this high, right, into the lows, sweep of the liquidity, come back. That was perfect V bottom as well. And now we are blasting out. So AVAX did already regain the weekly, right? And even trading above the March. So that's good, right? We are getting above the RSI flips. Now we're aiming for the highs, right? The high of the 9.7 and on Injective is definitely the high of 3.1, right? That's the high that you really need to regain and come close of it for any potential change of structure and getting higher up into the $10 back. So yeah, interesting, definitely. And alts are performing quite well, right? Yes, even Injective, right? It likes to break the lows, but then yeah, there is potential more movement into the high of 20% or something like that into previous structure, right? Yeah. Can it do one more? Definitely can, right? That's not even something that I throw away at, but still, like I said, I buy new lows and I trade them, I swing trade them as well. And lately, like, I really like to trade the swing failures. Like, it's seriously something really nice and juicy and quite accurate and really easy if you get into it. Now, the difference from Solana is that Solana have a little bit troubling on the structure. It does hold on the low swing from 78.6 with every single low that's been already tested. But unfortunately, we are in a broken structure. That low, even if it's not on the wick, it is on the structure, right? So it is on the body one. It did break the lows on it. Yes, technically you can argue we can regain it by holding or getting above this hip, but this most sustainable flip is at 86.5. Regaining that set again, RSI, right, with weekly open, regaining that level is your sustainable level for any potential to go higher up. And yes, settling a low as it is, not coming back for it anymore. That would be the most perfect area. So yeah, well, but right now we lost on previous weekly, and that's going to be the first time that we're going to underside retest it on the daily. Yeah, on the daily. That's going to be the first time underside retest of the weekly. Potentially, that could get us a little bit more back into the low of 81 to do the retest of the right now the correct weekly that we are in. But that's been already tested on a week. So coming close into the 81, it could swipe us a little bit more lower. Be aware of that. So far, I think Solana is strong enough to handle that and get back at 91 for at least underside retest, and then settle down any kind of higher low, right? So I think that's going to be a really good potential. But overall, like it isn't like that bad. Like, don't get me wrong, right? It's still performing well, and it's still holding on the low that it's need to hold. A low time frame, it starts to look a little bit more iffy. And I really don't like this kind of loss of the level and then quick regain without even like settling something really organized, right? I don't know how to explain that, but it makes sense in my brain. But technically, there is a lot of support just because of all of those daily opens that we have and the weekly, and right now even the higher daily open. Yes, that's good. Right, this is really good uptrending. But make sure we settle some support, because like I said, every single thing, and this is something that people really overlook, like this doesn't matter anymore, this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, and this doesn't matter. There's not much structure wise to hold because there isn't any. Right, so it start to create like a slide to the lows if we're gonna get there. Right, so that's always dangerous. Like I always want to have at least one big support to hold on, and then I will definitely know like that will be one of the like pit stops or a bounce momentum, or that's like the price will stop for like a moment, right? But right now, if we go lower, down it is, right? Like, there is nothing to stop you. So yeah, it is a little bit iffy, but nothing that we cannot deal with, right? I guess. Yeah, overall, market looks quite nice. I think the momentum is there and some coins starting to pick up. Nothing like major yet, like some movements into it. But yeah, good stuff. It's a good beginning of continuation, right? And starting to slowly regain some stuff, but potential high time frame is still open for rejection and reversal sign. Just be aware as well and make sure you understand the wave master and any kind of oscillators. We're starting to get in the overheated area, right? So this is as well something that we've been dealing and doing already like for since we settled the 75-ish high, right? So that high was the first high. Then we started to settle the lower high, right? So that's well lower, and now we are diverging. So this is as well something like we are not even reaching the high of this momentum, but on the oscillator we are diverging from it, right? So yeah, any kind of reversal sign coming in and changing into the trend, yes, it's gonna send us a little bit lower, or even maybe quite lower, right? Just be aware. But yeah, so far continuation it is, right? Mm, yeah, and 70. Yeah, and if you look at the orders, like it's quite nice how accurate they like end up settling like the last order around the 70k, right? Like 70k point 0.7 if you want to be accurate, and then you get, look at that, what's that? Inside retest to the T, right? All of these orders what's stacked over here end up here. There's nothing above that. So what stop us to do this inside retest and get at the lows, or even lower, right? If that's going to be the case. But yeah, we kind of building for that right now, and then still that's going to be in this whole traject of continuation. right? That's why I said the most important high is this to regain, nothing else. Regain that or close, sneaky close anything above 71.7. Great stuff. You don't need to settle a high on the wick. I don't care about that. Yeah, great stuff. Let's see how that's gonna be the case after the long weekend. Yeah. So that means we're gonna be 3 days without the market open, and then the 6th. Yeah. So let's say the 6th. It's gonna be the crucial date, right? Is there any news coming in on the 6th? Yeah, there is PMI, right? And by the 7th is goods orders. Okay. And then from the 9th, that comes to the biggest one. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, still watch out for it, right? We could like this could be technically the best part of it, like getting into the highs right before the weekend, right? Getting that high, that's fine, or on the side retest, and then through the days of market close in the week, through the long weekend, we could do the pullback, and then market opens and we blast through it. That would be the most perfect scenario, right? Gonna get that? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about it. Is there anything you guys want to hear, look, or check? Yeah, it's still trying to. Structure break, reversal. Yeah, yeah, that's injective is still like not really, I mean, close to regaining because we've been testing the whole weekly, right? So getting anything above the weekly, I'm fine with it already. Right, that's the $3 mark. Right, getting close to that, it's fine. Regaining high time frame stuff, 3.05. Yes, that's decent already. I am, and it's always like that's why if if you're gonna do that for a quite longer time trading some tokens, you will see some similarity in market structure and definitely the market makers of those particular assets, right? So for me, Injective and AVAX, bro, you cannot imagine how similar they are, right? Like the similarity in the ways and the moves that they do are awesome. If one goes, like for example, this structure is right now is Injective, right? So technically, I could aim for it, and I have a little more faith into that one to get close into the $3, right? Then I will know, like, okay, we changed the structure on it, and think what we did on AVAX, that we've been dealing with that, right? This is the whole pattern that this AVAX been dealing with. Like, yeah, we almost lost it, then it regained. Now I'm quite more happy about AVAX, and I'm waiting for the injector to do the same. One comes down, that's the area to get your long positions or any kind of higher up. Right now, there's no point to stepping into it because there is like no amount. You don't know anything yet till you start to regain stuff. Now on AVAX, coming back at 8.7 or at least 8.8, that's your fucking long right now. Patient. It's all about patience. We even can get back at 8.6 without worries, right? Settling this high, coming back at 8.6, wiping everything, wipe the stops over here, bro, that's gonna send you quite high, right? Because there is not much below because we wicked all of the liquidity, right? So technically you shouldn't be going there anymore. Yes, there is even potential bigger support from February. Great stuff. But then, yeah, holding on those two levels and thinking about, okay, what can I lose? What can I not lose? Because yes, you potentially can lose this low, break the structure and holding on this prior low and going higher. Yes, that's definitely a case. And most times it happens, right? So yeah, great, great, great. X, G, XG, XG, XG. Okay, let's go on 4 hour. Yeah, so PEX-G, this was quite a wipe already, right? And it had a struggle to regain it, and then it blasts through it. So already, like with this candle, in this candle, you know, like okay, we are back. And if something happens like that, you have a wipe, you have a sideways move without even regaining something, you technically build up, right? And you are freaking blasting through. You are back. So already, you know that this is your point of control of volume. Coming back at it, here it is, right? Perfect long scenario. Now, again, sideways, holding on, blasting through. Now, this price action, like most of the cases in gold and whatsoever, like this, even this stuff, it's yeah, not really manipulated by algorithms, right? It's quite clear. But yeah, you blasting through your prior highs. That's good. Now, the only thing that matters is technically you did it already, 4.7, right, area. So that's the 4K 731-ish area. That's the high that you need to regain on 4 hour. Now, for potential move, because you are starting to get overheated, and the first ever reversal cross on the positive cash flow reversal, gonna bring you back at the lows, and you are getting higher up, right? So now what you're doing is one of the biggest freaking V bottom effect, right? And continuation. So yeah, pulling back at 4.5, that's the area that we will aim for it, just because of this hold and flip. And now you are aiming to get higher up at 4.8. Now the main stuff happens, and the main high time frame reversal starts to happen when you reach the 5K. That's your main goal, right? So deal with that one already. So the next two resistance area are low time frame 4.8, high time frame is 5K. That's the biggest resistance, right? To regain. Now you then after that you're gonna talk about this. Now overall high time frame trade is still make it easy and visible is this. Why? Because you break this whole shenanigans twice. And like I've been saying, fortunately silver is a little bit in better condition in that perspective. Over here, this low, you lost it with this. This is in unbroken structure till you're not gonna regain at least this high or here this high by mean closing above it. But then you are technically aiming to get here, right? So this is your resistance, as we know. You're pulling back, and now the main area is to hold this. If you're not gonna hold on as your price support on high time frame, right? After the wipe, what we did over here, and sweep of the liquidity, if you're not gonna hold on this, then you start to get below or around the area of 3.9 K, right? This hold on the support. But so far, you need to deal and you need to try to create this structure over here, because you had a swipe over here. We have the wipe here as well, and the whole sweep of the liquidity. We need to regain and hold on that one. How do you deal with that? Get into the resistance. You don't need to regain the resistance. Like that's let's be clear about that as well, guys. You don't need to regain that in the first place. Getting close into this, right? Testing it, that's already a half job done, because you're getting here, right? You test all of these sweeps, you're getting back, setting the support, and now you can blast it safely through because it's all been tested. And for pegs, it's quite nice how it built up already. Even if you lost this, you did test the previous high with this wick, and now you need to test only this one, going back, like I said, and blast through it. That build up, yeah, that will be much perfect for any kind of continuation to the highs whatsoever. Or even you're gonna continuing doing this for a couple times, right? Couple months whatsoever, used to build up much more structure or liquidity, no matter which way. But the crucial thing is for packs and either gold is to hold on 4.5. Losing that, you gonna go for a ride, right? Even if you want or not. But that's the whole idea about it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that, make it easier and visual for everyone. Yeah, that's the whole gold structure. It's been broken. It is broken. I'm sorry, I cannot say anything about that. It is broken, even here weekly. you broke the structure, right? Because this was your previous high and a low, and that pin already broken. You cannot deny that, right? That's been broken. You hold on right now on the 4.4, like I said, 4.4, 4.5-ish. That's the main area to hold on, right? This small hip. It's technically gonna be your crucial small candle-ish formation that you have for high time frame potential of hold. And if not, then you're gonna get lower, right? Definitely. Don't like don't overlook it, right? Like don't overthink it as well. Like don't think we're gonna get back at like I don't know below 3.2 or even 2K something ish because from my perspective that's not gonna happening. Max and like really maximum stuff that we could see potentially in any kind of future for gold is maybe 3.5, right? That's the same thing what happened over here, right? If we are in this whole structure and we are doing this right now here, but then super high time frame, right? One loss of the low that we are settling right now or later on, that could bring you over here, right? So this price over here, what went into the lows of this structure, that's why I said is this hip or and lowest as it can go is this. But this was kind of a build up for like future freaking support ever, right? If you're gonna like ever reach that area. Because this one is already tested. So if that's been already tested, this hip, that means this small hip that's been tested is this one what we are here. And then now in like couple years or at least like because this played out over 2 years, at lowest what we can get is 3.2-ish. But that's my opinion about it, just by going by structure, right? But I think people might disagree with me, but it's fun to talk about it. But yeah, still. So yeah, let's see. For 5K is your line in the sand, right? How you're gonna be dealing with. So far, we kind of been wipe, sideways, uptrending, wipe, sideways, uptrending. Let's see if we're gonna have one more, and then maybe a bigger positioning, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's pegs combined with, of course, gold, and then yeah, silver, technically the same thing, right? A little more volatile. Oil, please. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, I've been here. Been a while. Oil is. I'm sorry to break for people, and yeah, myself included as well. I don't like that, but yeah, it's still uptrending, right? This is still going higher. We did settle, unfortunately, a new high. So structure-wise, right? It's not only a sweep what we did over here into the 120 dollars. So that's already quite heavy price action that we came from. We had to blast through it, and we still holding. Like, I'm sorry. Oh shit, what did I do? I'm sorry to break into you, but we are still holding on the prior low that is 85. We did settle higher low quite perfectly, testing the lows, and I'm gonna deep dive a little bit more into that on low time frame. And we blast through it. We did settle on a daily, right? A new high on the structure. Now, and we have already a quite overcooled oscillators still, and this been for ages since 2026 January, beginning of January, in cash flow positive and heavy as well. So we kind of had the signals over here that it might blast off, and it's been uptrending since then, right? Like it's not something to overlook, and that was kind of the freaking bottom as well. Like funny enough, played out quite well, right? So yes, we are at the resistance, but remember that whole wick over here, like I've been just saying before, and on gold, what it did is retest of the previous highest point. All of this, it's been tested. So this is tested as well, this high. This high is tested. The only thing that left is 121, $1 above the wick, but we just created it. So do you think we're gonna struggle when we're gonna get back at this? Or are we gonna just blast through it if that's gonna be the case? So unfortunately, we could blast through it. But yeah. So this still is uptrending into the highs, right? We technically I'm gonna fill up the order blocks and all the liquidity over here. So if you want for any kind of positioning yourself into it, then as easy as it can make for you is this area. That means, right, support that we build up around 89.2 is the area that you aim for to long it. And that's high time frame on the daily. Now zooming in on 4 hour, it's gonna be quite harsh to trade that on 4 hour just because of the whole liquidity wicks and all of the shenanigans what it can go through, as well the all news and events and even the war, right? But yeah, so 4 hour is start to breaking just because it reached the high point already of the resistance by regaining. Don't forget what I said, regaining this stuff. So it's overdue for any cool off, and it kind of did already. But we settled this low and we got into the structure of small support over here, not even going fully into the 95. So technically right now, you need to watch on the 4 hour two things. The most important one, I'm gonna delete this and this. Most important is the hip of $100. Regaining that, right? You're gonna be in the continuation. Still, you're not gonna reach the 103. This is your hip that brought you into the lows and broke the whole structure, right? That was the whole momentum that broke it. So you need to regain that, right? So even still, potentially this is a short, low time frame short, which you could aim for. Oh, I'm on 1 hour. God damn it. Anyhow, that's fine. On 1 hour, right? So that could be a potentially short, but regaining this hip, right? Technically, it will set you a really proper way for another long position or a new long that's going to change. Because right now you're going from, let me just erase all of that bullshit. You start to change back from going into the lows, right? Sideways, and then you start to change your character with this whole move. That's the key point of look out for it on low time frame, right? And I guess that's on 4 hour. It's gonna be the same, right? That's the first hip that you need to regain because you are downgrading right now, regaining that, setting a new low, got to change. 4 hours start to look quite nice, still in positive cash flow. So any kind of first, and that's gonna be the case, I bet you're gonna get back at close at 102, close anything close by to it. You're gonna see some reversal signs coming in. So yeah, happy days. Oil start to get expensive, right? That's what we want, or not? Oh, okay. But yeah, this is it. Main goal, 4 hour. Look at that. We are holding at 84-ish, right? That's support. And not only that, you have another one below you. So it's going to be quite tough for oil to get below that. And not right now, you are in an uptrend move. Right? This is all uptrending into the highs of this 115, 111-ish area. So yeah, sorry. And here, this is the difference between gold and, PEX and oil. Lost of the low, set a new high, regain that high. Right? So yeah, that's it. If you're gonna be lucky, watch out for it and get your orders ready. Been already tested, so we could potentially sweep a little bit lower, but still there is a quite big support below us as well on it. And we are starting to turn around or looking by to go a little bit more higher. So you had your cool off period over here. And yeah, let's see if we're gonna reach the 92. Maybe that's gonna be the case as well with the long weekend, right? Through now, Eastern, and then buy it. So yeah, funny how you can cheat code a little bit as well, right? Like trade your oil charts, make the money, and spend it on petrol. Kind of a cheat code, I guess, right? But yeah. Hello, Eagle. Roof, yep, good for Norway. Yes. It is good for you guys, yeah. Rich are gonna get rich, right? Let's go. Yeah, I'm more happy to support different countries than picking the ones that we need to support now. But yeah, this what it is. So yeah, how are we looking now? Are we already close? Oh, we are still continuation. Pop the high. Pop the high? Which high? Oh, the high what we just said was 69 too, yeah. Nice, yeah. Reasonable. And it need to. Nice. Juicy. But yeah, watch out. And like I said, remember, long weekends coming up as well. So a lot of volatility in front of us. Yeah, market closed. Gonna be a really long week and next one as well. But yeah, happy days. That's why I trade as well. High time frame slash 4 hour swings. Just because like I don't need to watch the charts freaking 27 and scalp the shit out of it or whatsoever, because that start to get a little bit yeah, not boring but taking time, right? Yeah, good things. Any questions, boys? Boys, gents, how are you guys feeling about the market? mm. Bots are doing freaking great on my side. Like this is my testing one. I need to pull up the second trading view account as well somehow. Fucking hell. Bitcoin, nice. 7, 9. That's a nice entry. A gold, really nice one. Silver got a really nice run up. Apple, a high entry, but hey, I believe in it. I had literally 3 great trades from beginning of the board, and one, I think that I need to check that. I think that one was break even. So if that's correct. Jupiter, nice switch over here, right? Yeah, that's lost. That's fine. But then look at that, like fucking run up, like as freaking clean as it gets. It already did 14%, and I bet you it's already on fifth or fourth one TP. Perfect. I saw like a lot of complaints about curve, but to be honest with you, I don't bother with it. It's fine for me still, so I'm keeping it. And so far, yeah, this trade plays out. Give it another chance, right? Yeah. Objective still fine. Have some. That was really fucking good short on it. Near start to flip. It had break even trade right now, but it start to switch from this whole long ass short it's been. So yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. So yeah, oops. Great stuff on it so far. Oh yeah, good, 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 good. Mm, watch it. Watch it, guys. Don't get fooled on April Fools on the chart. So, I'm surprised that TradingView didn't do any kind of April Fools jokes or something. But yeah. Any questions? Anything you want to guys talk about Zach? Yeah, Zach is a good one. You're tripping. Oh my god. It's not that mine is running, but mine's got stopped out in 4 4 TP. Yeah, and then break even. My first session in Banter, oh boy, I don't think there is that kind of amount of money in the world that they can pay me to be there, or even I'm gonna be doing something with Banter. Like me personal, right? Like I don't think that's gonna happen. Boy, oh boy. I think I rather not to trade at all than to do something over there. No, I'm not following Viking. Viking can go. He's good with it. Pump inject. Deep inside, nope. That sounds a little bad. No, Eagle, no. But you can. You are good friends with them, right? You favorite one. You know who I'm talking about. Where you writing your book on price action? Oh, my book. To be honest with you, Orca, I really was thinking to write a book like a couple years ago about something that happened in my life, but I still might do. But it's have nothing to do with trading. Eventually, Norwegian. It sounded better in Norwegian. To stop before the truth will come out here. Yeah. So, oh, here. Okay. Another thing. I rather buy XIP than be on the banter side. I rather do that. And you know what I'm thinking about XRP, guys. So yeah, that's something to think about it. They don't watch my stream, so they're not gonna hear that. Pullback of XRP. Oh boy, I bet you I don't. I never had any penny of that bullshit. Never. I did short it, yes. I never long it even, and I never will. Believe me. That like, no, you don't need to believe me. Like whatever, but I never long this shit, and I will never do. But hey, we're starting to get close to to the next 7 years of cycle, right? Of XRP, I guess. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh mate. Look at that. And how funny is it even? How funny is it that this technically the same what they did over here? Like you had this freaking run up, right? Go back, do the freaking failure of it, and then slowly, hey, look at that. Yeah, okay, you can argue that they set a new higher high, but then freaking lost it either way. So, yeah, like, oh boy, this is gonna be. And oh, trading view it doesn't go even next 7 years. So, something like this, maybe, and then do one more. No, those moon boys. Oh, sadly, so we need to wait for a bit longer. Lesson of the day: short XRP. Exactly. Exactly, Lansby. Exactly. The first birthday gift. Yeah. Yep. But I'm not sure if you pay attention to that picture, but I would like to have a laptop with the back screen on it. Like of the back of the laptop screen, it's another screen. Like a touch screen, what is on the picture right there. But yeah, AI I think doesn't know how to design the laptops or but yeah, it's a good one. This dumb I never get that one right. Yeah, exactly. They never get out. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, that's at least fun, right? Making fun of those moon boys, and we need them, right, to keep us a little bit more happy and funny and poking them a little bit. It's a part of trading. Negative. You guys are negative. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot, Diego, that you are holding the biggest bag of XRP and you're waiting for your Lambo. And the PC tar wants me. I want to see the front. You're still there in the dark, scalping XRP with Netflix running in the background. Yeah, that's the best picture that I could think of me. Like, yeah, longing, scalping the XRP, buying it up while watching Netflix. Yeah, that are two things that never gonna happen in my life. Disappointed I never had that lesson. Yeah, that's something like you need to buy. Like that's the lesson. Subscription, that's the pro subscription plus that you need to buy on MTX to get that lesson to freaking scalp the shit of it of XRP. Oh, can no battery. I think they can, but not for long. Yeah, that's gonna be a meme, bro. Well, oh yeah, I saw that series. Yeah, they've been like, yeah, okay, I cannot disagree on that one. Like there are some good series on Netflix, but most of them are fucking shit, and they fucked up everything. Netflix in there. It is because I've been trying to. I was thinking to show you guys this, but yeah, on the weekly side, oh boy, that doesn't look good for it. So yeah, daily, same thing. We did a regain, so it's failing. Yep. And yes, I agree for fucking hell. This area, it's pissing me off if we're gonna hold on that one. Because then y'all will be forced to long the shit out of it. Or I'm gonna wait. That Spurn's gonna long it and I'm gonna short the shit out of it on here. Yeah, that could be. I need to talk to Smurn about that. On let me check on your well-being. Yeah, so and that's to all of you guys. If I ever in my life gonna share a post that I'm longing XRP or something, please, you are able to shoot me in my face. That's right. Like literally, this is on tape. It's gonna be recorded. Please come here and shoot me in the face. You're not gonna be going to jail for that. I'm gonna write you a letter, like agreement that I agree on it, and you're not gonna be going to jail for that one. Believe me, you are able to do that and shame me about that. Yes, you are allowed to do that. But yeah, that day gonna never happen. Or I need to lose my mind or something like yeah. But that's not going to happen. Jesus, I had a good laugh today. Cuban coffee. Oh, bro. Okay, if that happens, ooh, yeah. If I run out of my coffee, I'm not gonna be able to do the streams because oh boy, you're not gonna like me then. No one is safe then. When I'm not having my coffee, no one is safe. Seriously, no one. Oh boy, that's some next level cranky shit. Yep. Good session, guys. Like it. You guys fucking make me like. Hostage XRP long could be your panic signal. Yeah. Yeah, put a gun to my head and say long XRP. I was like, shoot me. Fuck you, shoot me. You fucking go over it and shoot me. Mega site, mate. Oh, that weekly, yeah, really? Oh, there we have it. They're pushing it. Nice. They're testing it. So yeah. Now we need to regain that and hold on that one. Yeah. Close above it. Great. Use a small sneaky close. That's the only thing what you need. You don't need to regain that hip. Use that weekly. Done. Chat is on fire today. Yeah, it is. Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. Doing a meme coin push this week. Oh my god. Yeah, all in on that one. All in. Lisp. Yeah. So yeah, guys, awesome. Thank you very much for the stream. And oh yeah, by the way, before I'm gonna go, there is a big chance that I'm gonna not stream Sunday just because of the Eastern. So I'm gonna spend the weekend with my family and their family coming over as well from Poland. So it's gonna be a busy week next week. So I think I'm gonna skip the next Sunday stream. So yeah, if you're not gonna see me, then you know what's going on. I might post about it if I don't forget about it, but yeah, I will spend some time with family. So, and I think everyone should do that as well. It's Eastern, it's a long weekend, nothing happening. So I don't think there's something to mention on Sunday. So then, yeah, gonna spend some time and take my days off, I guess. First time in like ages. Yeah. So yeah, guys, so that you know, and thank you very much. Appreciate you all here, and I will see you next week then, if not Sunday, right? Let's see. Okay. Happy days. Bye bye. Love you all.